So now let's add a component. So you can add the component manually. So let's first see how you can add component manually. So these are the component added automatically. So we are going to add our own component. So I'm going to create a folder called it component, and inside it I'm going to add one another component called product, and inside it I'm going to add a file product.component HTML. This is the template or view of the product component, and I'm going to add one more file. This is the TypeScript file. So this file has nothing inside it. So let's add some code inside it. So I'm going to add some code. So first I'm going to import a component class. From Angular core module, I'm going to add a decorator, component decorator. Will take an object, and this is one of the property, the selector. So how this component is going to be used in another component, what name. So here we have to define the name of the component. The product is the name of the component, and we have this template URL. So we have to explicitly link the HTML view with this component. So the name of the HTML view is product.component. .html. And the name of the class is product. So here we have added some code in our product.component TS file. Now let's add an HTML element. So I'm going to use h3 element and adding this text. This is a product component. Okay, so now we have added our own component, but the application doesn't know, or the application will not recognize this component until unless we register it. So we have to register this component, this product component. So here what I'm going to do, I'm registering my product component. I'm going to import product component to mention the path here. So it is inside these components, inside the product folder. Now we have to add inside the declaration array. Saying that this path is invalid, so let's check this path once again. Inside the components, product, and we have this product component. This is the complete path. format it, see in the view. So it is automatically building here. You can see here once you hit the save. So here you can see in the UI nothing is displaying what we have added in the product HTML file. So what we have added in the product template, this is the text, right? But it is not showing here. So we have to add, or we have to use this component. So I'm going to use this component inside this app component file. This is the basically HTML file of app component. So how we going to use? So remember we have added this selector here. So this is the name. This is the name we have to use here as our own custom element. So I have added in the app.component HTML file product as an element name. So now let's see. Okay, now we have this thing. So whatever we have added in the product component, you can see here. So this is the way you can add your own component. So far what we have seen, we have added the component manually. So this is a shortcut way. So let me open another terminal for it, and I have to just write ng c ng generate component and the path where I want to add the component. So I want to add one more component inside this components folder. Okay, components, and I'll call it product list. So ng is the nggc, so generate command. This is the command will automatically add a component, the path mentioned here. So I want to add a component inside this components folder, and the component name will be product list. So what it will do, it will not only add the component but automatically register it inside the app module. So you don't need to manually add the component, and also you don't need to bother about whether you have added the new component in the app module or not. So it will save your time. And here you can see it is not only added the HTML and TS file for it, this is also added the styling file and the testing file. So it is up to you whether you want to use it or not. So you can see here the product that we have added ourselves, and we have added one more component here. The name of the component is product list, and you can see this has used a naming convention here. Even though we have provided this product list, but it is added a hyphen in between it. So this is the naming convention that Angular follows, and it also added this .component.html. So this is the naming convention that we have to use. So now we have seen how you can add your own component by manually or by automatically using this ngc command. And one more thing, this product list also gets added in the app module. So you can see it is added product list component, and it's also added in the declaration array. So we have this product that is created manually, and this is created automatically. So let's see inside what we have. So you see we have this component decorator, the selector name also gets added here, the template URL also gets added here, and we have the style URLs. So what is style URL? So similar to template, this template URL, you can add your own styling here. So we haven't added here this styling. You can add your own, and you can provide the property this way in the product component also. And this is also added the constructor and ng on init, a lifecycle hook. So we'll see all this additional code in the further section. So this is something that we can add a component. So we'll deep dive into what is a component, what are the lifecycle hooks of component in the further section.